Andrew. You're filling in for Red, who has decided to abandon us at our time of need.
Yeah. What an asshole.
Yeah, he's just canceled at this point. Oh, seriously, like Andrew is probably one of the most qualified people to touch on a lot of these topics today, and I'm glad to have him here, actually, because I've been wanting to have him on more and more things as we've kind of blown up a bit. You may recognize him from our JoJo reviews, where Red and him talk about that. I'd love to see those return at some point, too, but...
Yeah, it's a slow progress thing with, schedules and life changes, too.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, Red just got that approval notice he put out on Twitter, so congrats to him. So now... he's delivering me my rent money sometime before I go to see Belle, and I would love to have that to not touch my debit card for $20 popcorn.
Right.
But yeah, like, there's a lot of fighting game community drama going on, some video game related stuff, and apparently we have grifters in the voice acting community that want to replace everybody with AIs now. So...
yeah, because, that's always going to be a great thing to be replaced.
Right. I wonder how much voice lines per AI versus, union work is. Of course, I'm referring to Troy Baker's new little project he's doing there. We'll get to that eventually. But Street Fighter Pro deciding to stage a word I'm not going to say on the Twitch right now. And... just ceremoniously banned by the entire community from every event. So you love to see that kind of stuff.
And that they're taking action so quickly.
Right, it was less than 24 hours from it coming out, and you're done.
Like, I was shocked because I was like seeing a whole bunch of posts about, wow, I can't believe this guy. I'm like, what happened? I watched the video and then I watched like his stream of it that someone uploaded. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's one thing to do those horrific things. It's another thing to live stream it and think there would not be consequences in the modern era.
While laughing about it like he's telling a good time he had,
It's insane. It's like, this is the kind of action we need throughout the FGC, like this immediate action.
FGC, kind of any community, really. If, people see that shit, like, they have to take action. There's no use in sitting back and letting it happen. Otherwise, it's going to get worse and worse, and there's going to be more people getting hurt or worse,
For sure. And right now, like, it's the last year and a half, 2 years of all sorts of these events unfolding, because we had the whole Smash blow up recently, and then we had some things going on in the FPS community that was less than ideal for
you had the Evo president, a year or two back.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
It's insane, like, how scummy some of these communities can really be.
Yeah, and think that, people will love me for that. They're not going to care. No, we care immensely.
Right? Your actions have consequences, and I know there's a lot of people, like, yelling in the comments and everything for all these, like, he got canceled. No, this is consequences of your fucking actions. This isn't cancel culture.
No, it's you fucked up. You have to realize you fucked up. This is what's happening.
Yeah, and I live to see the immediate turnout of, this is, now you're done. Your career is over. You will probably spend the rest of your life in prison for orchestrating something so horrific.
Yeah. Orchestrating and admitting to it.
On 4K.
Yeah, it's just, it's disgusting.
we are going to copy the link since I no longer have Me6 in the Discord, because they also decided to be into NFTs.
What is up with everyone being in NFTs? Like,
it's wild. It's one of those things, like, I get the sentiment behind it, and I am very anti-NFT in the way that they're currently being used. Especially as someone who's trying to get a new graphics card, cryptos can fuck off.
Definitely.
But I see the sentiment behind, like, having that unique thing, right?
Right.
We both enjoy the collectible game.
Right, but it's only a collectible in words, not
exactly
a collectible as in, hey, I own this, it's in my hands, I can do whatever I want with it. It's like I've seen before, it's a receipt that you own it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like when we were kids.
What good is that?
Remember, like, when we were kids, they used to have that you could buy a star thing?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's the best way I've seen it put. And I'm like, this makes the most sense for it. And that company no longer exists. How many people own that star that you bought? How many people have actually... no, I will not add you blank person on Epic Game Store. Love seeing those pop-ups midstream. But, like, those, like, companies no longer exist. Like, you have to think, like, in a sea of billions of stars, they probably sold the same one 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And the same mentality can be done for anybody that's like, at print screen, you're now on my Twitter profile. I have my little bit of clout.
And Catherine just mentioned to me off screen, she mentioned to me how artists are now getting their art stolen left and right and being sold as NFTs.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
I've been seeing quite a few of them. Like, a lot of artists I follow, like, oh, great, I got a notification from DeviantArt or, what other site, that they're using, and being warned about, hey, this bot tried to, sell your NFT or sell your art as NFTs.
Yeah, and it's that wonderful, wonderful thing that happens every generation. Now it's being implemented into video games because it's the new thing. And
Square Enix is thinking about it.
Ubisoft
is thinking about it.
Ubisoft actually did it, and the NDA is over. So they had mentioned this to me because I have a little bit of pull with Ubisoft, being an ambassador for them. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to promote this. This can fuck right off. Let me know when Rainbow Six has a new game that's not Extraction, and I'll promote that, or I'll do anything that's not related to NFTs. Like,
right, exactly.
It's one of those, like, we've grown to hate the new, and I 100% get that. Like, microtransactions were scummy, then we kind of just got used to them. Loot boxes.
This is a totally different.
Yeah.
With it being, just paywalls now and blockchains, and hey, you can only. How does it go for the gaming area? Like, I'm trying to think of how they're trying to implement it into games. Like, it's basically like, hey, you own the receipt for this game, but you can't play it. Is that how it's basically going?
Ubisoft was trying to do it for, like, skins. A few of the Ghost Recon Breakpoint game guns were getting, like, NFT skins. And Stalker immediately pedaled theirs back. And
I saw that, yeah.
I just retweeted it, and I'm like, I'm not getting you now. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I will, because you've decided to not implement it right now. Because it's a game I've been really looking forward to, because I love the original Stalker. But I wasn't going to pay for something that was going to, help destroy the environment. And I can just imagine the comment section of this video. Because I'm going to tag this with like hashtag NFTs and just get all of the motherfuckers in the comment section.
Right.
Feed me your hate views.
Yeah.
But
Show me why you're wrong.
right. The fucking Crowder on campus meme right here. It's insane. Like I can picture like 2-3 years down the line, Street Fighter 6 will have like an NFT version of Chun-Li with bigger tits and bigger ponytail. It's
better fucking not, because I really enjoy Capcom, and I'd be really sad if we did, because then I would stop playing certain games.
Right? It almost seems like it's an inevitability, and I had this conversation with a few of the mods actually a couple days ago, because I got a DM like, hey, so Callan's voice actress is pro NFT. I'm like, at this point I wonder how many people are just, their management is pushing them into the new hip thing because they see money in it. And they were like, I can scrape another 10-15% of your commission off the top of that.
Such a professional setup.
Right, I'm sitting on a mini fridge with my fucking like PC crammed under a desk.
Now, are we streaming right now?
We are streaming right now.
This is my temporary cameo while I paid David his dirty blood money.
Oh, yeah. The dirty blood money that you'd be sleeping on the...
Oh, yeah, no, it's the cleanest blood money. No, I say dirty blood money because he was like, hey, specifically don't pay me this with PayPal so I don't have to file another fucking IRS bullshit.
Yeah.
So I had to say, you're right, though. I didn't realize there was a Chase Bank literally right there.
Yeah.
Incredibly convenient.
Hey, Thurman's here.
Oh, my God.
He made it. Let me throw your avatar back up. I thought this was just going to be the Andrew and me episode.
How is Andrew doing?
I mean, I'll be honest. I have like friends. I have to mute my friends over here.
Oh,
how's it going, Thurman?
We did a podcast like when everyone is just like going through like some craziness crunch right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're in that like awkward phase of our lives where we're slowly becoming actual adults finally. Like we pretended that we were still kids for like most of our 20s, and now that we're hitting 30s, it's
right.
Like Andrew's about to get married. I'm finally moving in with a girl. It's happening.
Right. Fucking hell.
Anyway, this is 220. I owe you 210. Do you have a 10 to give me?
I
also have a 5, so I can either give you 205 or 220.
In my wallet over there in that Adidas festival bag, there's some change.
Where?
I forgot. They're the same house. I forgot.
Right.
I forgot. I was like, wait a minute. Why is she like asking David for? I was like, oh right.
What is this? A crossover episode?
It really is. I know.
I'm helping my niece play my Switch, but I think my Joy-Con's broken. Like the R button's not working at all.
God. Well, good thing you can buy them individually.
Yeah, like that's the one good thing about the Switch is they're doing the individual Joy-Cons now.
Right. New
I
and
need to
used.
buy more shit anyways.
Okay.
That's why I really like the Pro controllers and everything.
Oh yeah. There we go. We are all set.
Joy, what are you gonna spend it on, David?
Weed.
All of it?
No.
So much. I actually don't know how much weed
Everyone's
is, to be
favorite topic, NFTs, and
Oh.
also
Talk about NFTs
disposable-
right now?
The gaming NFTs that they're trying to implement and all that.
David, you could buy a whole ass NFT with that.
I could not. I could not actually. That's like $40K for one.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Have fun.
See you later, Ed. Go have fun with your girl and enjoy the new place. Yeah, that's all you got approved, man.
Not until
April.
I'm now on the waiting list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank you.
But yeah, like, man, that kind of derailed me. So Thurman, we touched on the Capcom situation, the NFT debacle in gaming, and then how Tengu kind of DM'd me about Callan's voice actors. The whole Troy Baker thing is what kind of got me wondering. Like at this point, I think it's more of the management's bit, and I also when you have the very very publicly technologically illiterate Eminem buying an NFT that looks like him, you know you have too much money.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm like, dude, you've self-admitted that you didn't even know how social media worked until like a year ago.
God, that's awful. Oh, I got something to tell you. Catherine was actually messaged by someone trying to get them to make NFTs.
Oh, fun.
She laughed and showed it around and everything. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
All right. This is going to be a short podcast. Yay.
Yeah, I got about another hour before I have to start getting...
Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How about you?
Doing all right. By the way, I think I'm low-key thinking about coming out there next week.
Hey!
Oh, yeah?
Maybe.
We could all hang out in person. Maybe.
Perhaps, if everyone's
I mean,
feeling
I have
good.
to, so from Indiana, honestly, it's literally that drive is not. It's literally the same drive I would take from Vegas to California. It's like a 3-hour drive.
Right? It's not.
Just play Super Smash Bros. Okay, Uncle needs to figure out why his Joy-Cons decided to shit the bed.
Thurman, that will save me about $35 in postage to ship you your shit back. Because I
back without having to go through security.
Right? I deadass went to see how much it would cost to ship you your Christmas present, which is the gag gift. Your actual present is being commissioned right now. So enjoy the gag gift I bought.
I can actually get you guys your late Christmas gifts too while I'm there.
Right?
Literally. Oh, I love how, bro. You can tell Super Smash Bros. Is super duper cool when the Sakurai had to sneak in a 35th anniversary Street Fighter thing for Smash Bros.
Yeah, I saw that.
35th anniversary. Let's go.
The 35th anniversary is pretty dope. And then, Kirby's 30 and
we're
there's so
all
many
in.
games that are going to be in the 30s now.
Yeah, I mean, you already know we're going to get Street Fighter 6 this year, most likely.
Yeah.
If only we have a new Marvel game that doesn't suck dick.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath on that
Speaking
one.
of Street Fighter, I guess we can ease into this very, very controversial topic right now, David.
Oh yeah, we were kind of hitting that.
Yeah, that was our intro here. But yeah, I'm curious on your thoughts on it, Thurman, and then I have the big one, the big elephant in the room for all games right now. After that,
All right. So for those of you who don't know who we're talking about, is Red still there? Did he dip?
Oh, he dipped.
Yeah. So, for starters, for those guys who don't know what we're talking about, a Brazilian player, I don't know his name, a Street Fighter player, on stream, I don't even know why the fuck he would, oh my god, on stream, literally bragged about having his ex-girlfriend gang raped by 8 dudes.
There's a demonetization.
It sounds so gross even saying it, you know what I mean? So, one thing me and David, when I told David this, what I was thinking about is, will Capcom take action? Like, will this get swept under the rug? And David actually showed me that Capcom actually did take action. They banned him from all Capcom events, and I believe I don't know if they specifically filed a police report, but I think someone did.
Yeah. I mean, there's no need for a police report when they have a 4K version of the stream there.
Right, yeah.
So, I reason and honestly, I'm shocked at that because I told David this. I thought that was just going to get swept under the rug, and I'm happy it didn't.
No,
I really thought that Capcom wasn't going to do anything, people weren't going to do anything, and Capcom actually made an official statement. So that's great that actions was taken, because I was like, oh no, this is going to get swept under the rug. No justice is going to be found. But luckily, justice was served. I hope the victim involved does get the police involved, but it's Brazil. I heard Brazil's their laws are way different than everyone else's. So I'm like,
it's more akin to like Japan, where certain things are like decades behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard they're not doing so well right now when it comes to like social stuff. I know it's like a drug war going on over there, and
that's a lot of that area
Dante's
too.
Voice actor, he almost got shot in Brazil, didn't he?
Wow.
I don't remember that, but I do remember there was an incident with Dante's voice actor not too long ago, actually. But I don't remember if it was Brazil.
It was in Brazil or somewhere in South America.
Let me do a bit of research there really quick.
And keep in mind, this is not me like dissing on Brazil at all. Like I don't, I'm just going off of what I heard. If that sounds racist or stereotypical, my apologies. This is what from what I've heard from different sources of. I don't know if people are Brazilian say this or whatever, but this is what I've seen online and all that.
I'm putting it in the live chat, and I'm going to put it in our group chat here.
Yeah, so, but it's crazy how this dude so confidently and unapologetically told a story about he had someone gang raped just because she cheated on him. Like, y'all niggas do everything but just leave. Like, I don't understand. Like it's just very, very weird behavior.
Yeah, it's
like
something going on with that dude and wanting to brag about it.
And the fact that like he's so confidently like on Twitch stream, like, do you not realize that translators exist? Like, it's 2022, my guy. Like, people will translate your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what in your head makes you think that it was okay to
broadcast that
openly admit that you had your ex gang raped just because she cheated on you, and then you gotta make it seem like getting cheated on was the perfect reason for fucking like, bro, you're fucking stupid, dude. Like, people like that are fucking weird. Okay,
it's a very weird mentality. So here's the elephant in the room, because we had Jump Fiesta and we had all of this stuff kind of announced. I know Luke, who's in the chat right now, because I'm live streaming this on Twitch, which is something I hadn't really planned on doing, but this is a way to get an MP4 file so I can just immediately export everything to all of the different platforms that we're hosting this on. I'm going to explain a little bit more a little later on near the end for what all we're doing with that and what different versions we'll have in the future. But there is a Battle Royale My Hero game that was announced. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Man, I'm indifferent to it. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, like, I'm so used to having every other kind of Battle Royale game come out. But with it being an anime-based, a Battle Royale, that's... I don't know.
I mean, I hope it's good for the My Hero fans, and honestly, I don't even know if I really want to call myself a My Hero fan at this point, because I understand. Like, the series is alright, but it doesn't have that same magic it had a few years ago for me. But so I honestly can't really, But
do you guys have floss?
I mean, it's good for
Do you guys have like things to floss?
Fans.
There should be some in the kitchen.
Let's be honest here.
We should know where they're at.
The kitchen? Okay.
Yeah.
It's at this point in time, stuff like this, like I told people in the Discord, right? It's at this point in time, we all know that every year, every 2 years, there's going to be some sort of anime game. Either whether it's Dragon Ball, Naruto, My Hero, or Demon Slayer, because these four are going to be the main ones. Like, like every once in a while you can get like a Saint Seiya, Fist of the North Star, shit like that. But like, for the most part, it's just this is very I don't know, man. Like, I can't really, like, I'm not really upset about it, because I want to know if it's made by CyberConnect 2, because I know CyberConnect 2 was announcing a game, right? I know they were going to make a new game, so I was hoping it was going to be either a Black Clover One Piece game or a Jujutsu Kaisen game. But if it's this game, I'm like, oh, it is what it is. But realistically, I'm sure it was going to be like a My Hero or like a or maybe it could be a Kodansha game like Tokyo Revengers, Fire Force, even
that's actually getting like a lot more popular and like new popularity and everything.
Yeah, because I think people forget that Jump is not the only magazine out there. Kodansha has some fire shit, like Tokyo Revengers, and hell, even Eden Zero could get one, honestly.
I don't think we're going to get an Eden Zero game this quickly after the Fairy Tail one did. Kind of mid.
I don't even know if that do well. It's a JRPG turn-based game.
It didn't do super well for a Fairy Tail title. But you and I talked about this for a bit while I was at work the other night, and I feel like we could have a Dr. Stone like action RPG or action adventure game. Maybe a like Tokyo Revengers style Yakuza game, maybe.
That would be cool. Because my thing is, listen, if this is gonna be a Dr. Stone game, I'll be honest. Oh, I'm actually on my PSP for right now, and the Fairy Tail game. I actually might cop this. I just got paid today.
You got that Amazon money, and it's went to your head.
This game was made by Koei Tecmo. If you guys don't know what Koei Tecmo is, let me tell you guys. Koei Tecmo.
Dead or Alive. They also did the new Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT.
Oh, God, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
They also do. I think they also own Gus, which develops the Ulterior games. Now, I really, really hope. Oh, they also made a new game called Blue Reflection. But I hope Koei Tecmo makes a Dr. Stone game, because a Dr. Stone Ulterior Rather style game would be perfect. Perfect. Like, easily perfect. So, like, if they were to make a Dr. Stone game, like a turn-based JRPG style, that's like, because think about it. If those of you who don't know about sorry, train of thought here.
Brain
Ulterior
empty.
Ulterior Rise. The Ulterior series, it's a JRPG game about anime girls and alchemy. Basically, you go around collecting materials, to make other materials, and you can use those materials in combat. Does that don't sound like a Dr. Stone JRPG? I don't know what it is.
That would
be a pretty good. Like, I feel like that would be pretty good. They would have to implement probably some new enemies, I would imagine, before getting to like the story enemies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I can see it be like because luckily there's a lot of animals in the manga already, so I can see like using like a bear and like shit like that, and like regular humans and shit. Luckily, you don't really have to worry about like canon when it comes to JRPGs, because
canon can go right out the fucking window with most of these games.
True.
And that's the good and bad thing about adaptations into different forms of media. But yeah, so with all of these ideas, I think like your idea there for the Dr. Stone would be really good. I feel like the Tokyo Revengers one would be really good. But what I would love to see, and what would have been the perfect game for a Battle Royale style, I don't know why they picked My Hero, maybe because of the war arc, who knows. But I feel like Fist of the North Star would have been the perfect anime to make a Battle Royale game.
That's true, but there could be some characters that would probably be more overpowered than the others that they would have to really scale down if that's the case. Yeah,
it would be
like if a One Punch Man had a Battle Royale and everyone's going to choose Saitama.
Yeah,
or Saitama is going to be like an unlock for a timed event kind of thing, kind
of like Thanos was in Fortnite.
Yeah.
And pick up the gauntlet. Poof, now I'm something like that. Pick up the cape, and you're now Saitama.
I feel like that.
It's very interesting. Like I said, it's the way I feel about this game, because I don't even know if there's a trailer out yet. But the way I feel about this game is the same way I feel about that Death by Daylight version of the Dragon Ball game. It's how I feel about it. I'm not like upset about it because at the end of the day, My Hero is slowly, if not now, becoming a household name when it comes to anime. So like, specifically for like our generation. So if I'm being honest with you, My Hero is technically a household name now. Like not on the same realm of like Dragon Ball, I would say, but like people know what it is. You know what I mean? So like at this point in time, what I think it is right now, like I keep saying, every 2 years, every year, we're probably going to see a My Hero game, whether it's mobile or shoe-in, because now you realize you can make money off of the IP. And now that you make money off the IP, everyone wants a piece of that shit, because everyone and their mom's going to try to make a Naruto game. I mean, there's like so many RPG Naruto games, like fighting games, like different versions of it. Dragon Ball's the same way. So many action adventure games, JRPGs, shit like that. So
and it all boils down to as well, like these games get super hyped up, or like us, we just kind of look at it and we're like, oh, okay, that's a thing, and then focus on the next thing. Where this can be really hyped up by the fan base, or for those that don't really care, it's just that's the thing that came out kind of game,
Yeah, and then, we're getting a lot more of those, like, oh, this exists kind of anime adaptations now.
On your keys?
The big one...
It's one of those, like, oh, that's a thing.
The big one recently was Kakarot. When it was first announced, I'm like, oh, this looks really dope, and then I saw more and more gameplay of it, and I'm like, it's the story. It's the story of Dragon Ball. We've all experienced this 75 fucking times at this point. I bought it when it was on sale. It's fun, but it's still just Dragon Ball. Like, there's only
another retelling that every game before that had.
Yeah, it did play a lot better than some of them, but
but it's still the same retelling. Like, oh, I already know what's going to happen. Can we just skip on? And the fact that it seems to take like an RPG-esque form seems to me like it would require some areas to be ground, like grinding and everything, and I don't know. Seems like it would just kind of try to focus on that and then be like, all right, here's the story that you earned, and if you can't get this part, you gotta, grind up a little bit and get those levels up.
You gotta go and make sure that Goku has achieved Ultra Instinct before fighting Broly,
Right. Yeah. do this thing you already know that's gonna happen.
It's... And we're going to continue to get more nostalgia-driven games and various forms of media.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a big thing here that I want to address for viewers right now. So it's been known that we're going to bring skits back for now. So you all know that this podcast I started feeding through Anchor to like audio only formats, and after talking with the boys and everything, there's going to be skits exclusive to the YouTube versions of the podcast. And then there's going to be that audio-only version, just the raw dog audio going up to, like, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, all those things. And I'm going to address the chat here really quickly as well. The reason I'm not reading off every single comment right now is simply because I'm feeding this to get the MP4 as easily as possible without having to do 3 different forms of remixing while I have 95% of my equipment packed away. So I know you guys are wanting me to respond to a lot of things, but once I get everything set up at the new place, I'll be more interactive with chat. But yeah, a couple of our guys that are in the chat right now didn't know who you were, Andrew, and I guess it's a little bit your spotlight to kind of introduce yourself and what you're kind of about. I got to go into the living room really quick and help with something. I'll be right back.
Fine. Looks like it's up to me. I am Andrew. You know me from the JoJo, videos that Red and I do every now and then. My thing is, video games, anime, kind of what Thurman's into. Just, I'm kind of just everywhere, I enjoy My Hero-ish. It's kind of going downhill, of course. Let's see. Fighting games, Metal Gear Solid shit, Final Fantasy. I'm just kind of all around, Not really sure how to expand on that. Yeah. Oh shit, where is everyone? Is it just me? Why am I the best character, though? Yo, Thurman, you there, then? Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect real quick. I think we're having some technical difficulty. No, okay, just Thurman's gone. Well, shit. This is a lot of responsibility to entertain the chat room here. But yeah, I'm like Smash Bros. David, Thurman, and I, and Red all like to hang out every now and then, chill. Ooh, Soul Calibur is a good one.
Help lead this along.
David. You saved me.
Alright. Okay.
I think Thurman disconnected.
Oh, fun.
It got really quiet because I was like, all right, well, I knew David was gone.
I'm still here. I'm literally switching to Discord and my PSN party right now. I'm going through I'm checking it once. I'm doing some Flash shit right now.
Kid left me all by myself trying to fend off the chat room.
But yeah, so I'm bouncing back and forth with Hyper Pupper right now, who's dealing with cat and heat. So that's fun.
Yep.
Oh, my niece needs me to look at something. See, I have 3 different things at once. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's why I'm gonna probably. I said I want to disrupt the stream. That's why I'm just gonna say join in for topics you want me and David and just dip out so you guys can have a good stream. Sorry, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. You're okay. What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
So the big reason I've decided to relegate skits to the YouTube version is the other platforms don't seem to handle a video super well. I know Spotify does have a video podcast format, but it's not good. I've checked it out because RT Podcast did a few of them, and they were super choppy. And I don't want to feed that extra minute to 3 minutes there, and it be 4 frames a second for you guys. So if you want to see those skits when they return, those will be on the YouTube side of things. And then if you just want to listen to our sultry voices, I sound like death itself right now. It's going to be on every other format. She's actually doing really well, Faboyo. I know I said I'm not responding to chat, but I did see that question there. That's the doggo that's dealing with the cat in heat. In the living room, she brought her doggy with her, and not reacting well to Shion at the moment. And Shion is deciding to climb every box that I have packed right now. So I'm trying to not have all of my things broken.
Yeah, that's kind of important, and you don't want to have a broken cat either.
No. She is the unalival. She has tried to commit unalive all week.
Oh my god.
She thought it was a good idea to try and climb the frame to the blinds to the screen door.
Oh no.
Because she found she can jump from because I packed like all of my Xbox One and PS4 games because I've mostly been playing on PC. I'm like, well, I can, move these out of here and give more space for the partner's stuff. And, she jumped from there and decided, I'm going to walk along. Oh, and I have no balance. Fuck.
No. Boy.
So, yeah, that's been fun. So, Thurman, you had a few more topics that you had dropped in the actual, Facebook chat the other night, and I wanted you to be able to have some of yours as well.
Sure. Unfortunately, I have to watch my niece, but
that's all good. Everybody knows we're super busy this week, and kind of respects that.
We adults.
So first of all, Spider-Man dethrones the JJK.
Oh, yeah, that one. I live for it, and here's why. JJK getting a movie for a Volume 0 is just as dumb as Mugen Train getting a fucking standalone movie.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be adapted into its own arc at the end of the anime, or when that character gets introduced again.
Yeah.
Honestly,
go on.
The fact that Mugen Train was a movie is actually fucking stupid to me because first and foremost, Mugen Train wasn't even that good of an arc to begin with. Comparatively, Red Light District arc is way better than it by far. And secondly, I would have preferred if they made. I mean, it probably wouldn't have sold. I mean, who knows? But Mugen Train as arc was compared to the whole series. I'd put it top 4 maybe. No, sit down, Mila. Sit down and eat. So, this is very odd. I don't mind JJK Zero adapting a Zero manga because that's actually kind of smart.
Right.
It's a prequel, so that's actually pretty smart. However, I find it really funny that because it's the material for. Yes, ma'am. What's up, baby? What's up?
Yeah, so just to kind of keep this flowing a bit.
That's fine. That's fine.
You're right. Zero being that prequel, right? It makes more sense than a middle of the manga kind of arc being adapted as a hour 45 movie, and the studios, regardless of who adapts what, Mappa being JJK's animation studio, Ufotable being Demon Slayer's animation studio, they both have their high quality, and you could see that they put a lot of passion into the JJK Zero movie. But at the end of the day, it's a prequel, and that is something that's not going to drive a lot of people to a theater in the middle of a panorama versus an event like Spider-Man. Where
it's universally known, know.
Where JJK is a super popular franchise, don't get us wrong, but
no, definitely not. Yeah,
it's that feeling of knowing all of these things are happening in the Spider-Man movie, and it being Marvel has nailed the cinematic event to a T.
Yeah.
Every film that they throw out has been, you need to see this, this, and this, and this, and this to stay up on pop culture, which is a thing I love and hate. Because now tying in all of the TV shows and all the other random nonsense that they're doing,
Right.
it's like you have to consume and consume and consume to stay up to date. Whereas like JJK, you can be like, I've read the manga.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Whereas, like, you know, we both enjoy comics and manga.
Mm-hmm.
But we can all agree that if you're trying to find an origin story for a certain comic book character, there are way too many goddamn issues.
Right. Do I read this that has been retconned over there, or do I read this one or that one?
Whereas manga, it's like, oh, I just go to volume 1.
Right. Or volume 0 in JJK's case. But yeah, that's the perfect example here. Like, and we've talked about this, like Thurman and I, till we're blue in the face, that it's so much easier to get into manga than it is to comics because of that.
And like I do love my comics, but there is that issue where you have to actually like catch up on almost every single one, or if you're lucky, find like an omnibus or something like that.
Right. An omnibus that isn't out of print and be scalped. Knocks on wood. Reprint Sandman, please. I've been trying to get the Volume 2 Sandman Omnibus for almost a fucking year now.
Oh, damn.
It's impossible. I keep, adding Neil Gaiman. Like, hey, is it getting reprinted? Is it getting...
Dad, come on.
Because he had mentioned, like, they were reprinting them, but they reprinted the soft covers, apparently.
Oh, okay, not the
hardbacks.
Hardcover.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I could go and get the whole like soft cover for like $145 and be content with that. But I like my hardcovers.
Oh, that's fair.
Especially when I started the collection in hardcover. To answer that point, I was actually debating hosting a night of watching all of those in the Discord server where we won't get a copyright strike and we won't have to deal with DMCA complaints or any of that, because certain Twitch streamers have fucked the TV meta up.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. I'm like, oh, here it comes.
So, who in the right fucking mind thought it was okay to stream the entirety of Hunter x Hunter on Twitch?
well, no, wasn't it? Oh yeah, there's another
Disguised. I think it was Disguised Toast that was doing Hunter x Hunter.
Death Note.
And Death Note and Master Chef and yeah.
Like, so many people are just watching shows on Twitch for monetary value because they have nothing else to do.
They're like, I don't feel like playing a game today. Let's do it just chatting while I watch all of my anime that I've failed to get caught up to date on. I'm like...
That's not good. Watch, like, at least something on YouTube. Watch a fail compilation. Watch
a fucking like TikTok reel. Like, do something like that if you want to react to something. Like,
yeah, like, fucking take Blarg and Grizzy.
The boomer shows are showing, fellas.
No, fuck that. I know there's like, this is like the back in my day, but like there's a difference between like making your money off of, and the argument could be made that they do the same thing, violating copyright, playing a video game on Twitch, but it's like you are actively costing revenue to the animation studios to put their whole anime dossier into it. I'm doing that. I hate myself. But they're putting everything, their heart, their soul, and their like literal blood at times into animating these shows for you, and you're here commentating over like the fucking Greed Island arc, and I'm just like, stop. Just you're going to ruin this platform even more than it's already ruined for smaller streamers by continuing to do dumb shit like that.
Definitely.
So it really is like calling it the TV meta as if that means fucking anything to anybody with a brain.
It's just laziness.
Yeah.
Like if you don't feel good to do a stream, don't watch a show. Just be off Twitch for a bit. You can do that.
But the algorithm will not show favor upon them if they don't stream daily.
Yeah.
I'm sure XQC and Disguised Toast and Pokimane and all of them will be just fine taking 3 days off of the front page of Twitch.
True. That is true.
And that's the thing that I posted, like our, because we have the Kontrolled Khaos Studios gets a newsletter every time for that, and I've had this conversation with Thurman, like they actively throw this term, and this is us getting fed further down the algorithm for saying this, but at this point I just don't care. There is this feigned inclusivity that Twitch loves to throw around. And I've ran the same stream for the same amount of time with different tags. And they decided to, at the end of the year, during the peak of like the hate raids for some reason, add LGBT tags to like what you can monitor your push your like, oh, I want to watch a non-binary streamer, or I want to watch a gay streamer, or a lesbian streamer, or something like that. So I decided to run the same stream with the same title and do the same exact thing twice. And this was when Luke had given me a bunch of ROMs for like all sorts of like various retro games. I ran Pokemon Yellow under I threw a LGBTQ tag in there, and I threw a pansexual tag in there for the first run. And then for the second one, I just put like the regular like retro gaming, let's play, stuff like that in there. I had literally double the viewers without the LGBT tags in versus just the regular ones. And that just shows that they don't care about inclusivity. They care about that bottom dollar.
Yeah.
But what it did do is it allowed those hate bots to find our channel for a good like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is fun. So they are these bots directly targeted those tags immediately. I'm like, and I'll end this. This has proved my point. I wish I still had those archives, but those were on the old those were on the old hard drive.
Oh,
I'm about to head out here. Anything else y'all need me in the topic you want me in my opinion on before I dip?
No, I'm actually going to start wrapping things up for this one and make it a little bit shorter.
Next week will be a lot more concrete because my mom will be here and I'll be in my room and she can. Well, I don't know if my niece is going to be here next weekend, but I'll try and at least I showed my face.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for hopping in here, Andrew. I appreciate it. Might as well make you the fourth member of the channel at this point. Honestly,
he is the fourth member of the channel.
I'm just not around as much.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I already talked to them about this. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be real, right? Like, I put my foot down on who cannot join. But you're definitely the fourth Chaos member.
Oh yeah, and
of course, we had to wait till like how many years have we had this channel? Like 5 years, 6 years. We had to wait till season 6 to add a new person
like
to
permanent
the channel,
cast member.
Yeah, it's like old day cartoons where like the plot stayed the same for like 3 seasons, and like the 4th season they changed like a bunch of shit.
Yeah, and this is my invitation to the community, to you, Thurman, and Andrew. You and I actually talked about this. Like once I get settled in the new place in a couple weeks, I want to host a kaiju tier list.
Yes.
And Andrew is my kaiju buddy here. So I
Fighting game tier list as well. Let's go.
Yeah, and this is our way to have Andrew and more stuff, and not just JoJo, and because like there's chemistry that you can throw a camera on, and you can have instant chemistry, and then there's chemistry to where like that these are your bros, and like. The four of us having done this, like you for a lesser period of time with like the JoJo stuff, and then like Thurman and Red and I having done it for a little bit longer, and been through like all the various bullshit that we've had with the channel, like getting to play games with you during Comic-Con, I'm like, I know this is a bro that will continue to have a presence in my life and our lives.
Fact.
And I would love to play more games with you, either like, off stream, on stream, whatever you guys want,
Yeah, I'm down.
Like,
you have no idea, bro. I'm down. I'm literally about to and now that I have my car, I'm driving down there more often, bro. Y'all don't understand.
Right, and like here in the next couple weeks when you come up here, Thurman, grab all your stuff. And we get to hang out and everything. Like, we could host that. And I was hoping Red would have been in here for a bit of this, but I'm announcing now that in the next couple weeks we're going to be starting that Kingdom Hearts playthrough with him.
Ooh.
Down. Well, fellas, you guys have a good day.
Yep.
Hope everyone watching the stream have a good weekend.
Yeah, peace out, man.
And I'll see you next time.
I'll see you, Thurman. And just wrapping things up here with a nice little bow with just you and me, Andrew. With that kaiju tier list, I did not find one that was any good on tier list, so we're going to have to make that by hand. So we're going to have to sit down and brainstorm that.
Do some research and shit. Hell yeah.
So that'll be a fun, more personal one.
Yeah.
I have like all of next weekend free, so we could start prepping that sometime then.
I should be free next weekend. I'll double check, make sure, but yeah.
Yeah. And with that, thanks for tuning into this podcast. I'm going to start getting it uploaded. And then, like I said, in the next couple weeks, the skits will be returning. Kingdom Hearts will be coming to the Twitch. And stay tuned for that live stream tier list, because that is going to be interesting. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
See you.